Hi y'all, how are you? I am good. This is my oils for labor and delivery video. As you saw the oils go by. Those are all of the oils that we use in the hospital, and I'm going to say maybe we don't use them all. There's a couple there that we might or might not use, but it's better to have them than to not have them. So this is my official essential oil video. I know someone asked for it like back in April, and I was still trying to collect all my oils. So please don't mind this. I don't understand. I've got curly hair, so my ponytail does not sit flat. Anyway, I am going to be getting my information. We have a piece of paper here, and it's oils to use during labor, delivery, and after for Jess. And then down here we also have for baby, because there's a couple oils that we actually put on the baby like as soon as we can, as soon as they're wiped off. And I will say that I am getting we got that list from our reference guide for essential oils. This is the 10th edition. This book is written specifically for Young Living oils. I don't think you could take it and use it for a different brand of oils, but this is pretty much where I got all of my oil information and how I'm going to use them and stuff. So, you know, if you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll leave our site link. I'll leave our email if you want to ask questions or go to the site and see the different things. That's the best way to do it. So I am going to preface this. Okay, disclaimer right now. I am not a doctor. I am not a physician. I am not a midwife. I am not a doula. I am not an aromatherapist. I am not a massage therapist. I am not a reflexologist. I am not a professional in any way or means for oils. I am just a distributor who loves her oils. And so always, of course, talk to your doctor before you start using oils on yourself, especially if you're pregnant or nursing, you know, all that jazz. My doctor knows that we do oils, and she's never said don't do that on a lot of stuff. There's a couple things that she has said there isn't enough information out there, so she'd rather me not do it. But when it comes to our oils, she doesn't care. But, you know, always do your own research. Always talk to your own doctor, because what your doctor says one thing, my doctor says another thing. They don't ever agree, really. So always do your stuff first. Also, of course, these oils are not meant to treat, prevent, or cure any kind of disease. They are specifically just to support your body's natural functions and help it do what it's supposed to do. But they're not going to fix something or cure something or prevent something, because, you know, every body is different. Every oil is different. That's just how it is. So, but I'm going to go through these that I use myself. Well, I mean, John uses them too. We use them in the labor and delivery room at the hospital, and our nurses love it. We have not had a nurse come into our room that has not just wanted to stay because it smells so good in our room. So I'm going to read off my list, and I'm going to show you the oil, even though you saw the line of oils. So this might be a part 1, part 2 kind of thing, because I'm going to try and cover this list first, and then I actually went on and printed off some information about each oil. I have, and their uses off of the site so that I don't get anything wrong. So anyway, to start off with, on Jess, we have stress relief, and that consists of Gentle Baby and Peace and Calming. And right now you cannot get Peace and Calming if you don't already have it. You have to get Peace and Calming 2, which is pretty much the same thing. It just has a different formulation, because I don't know what, but something in Peace and Calming is not readily available to make the blend. So they replaced it with Peace and Calming 2. And those you put on the feet and on your forehead, and it says also on daddy's ears and forehead. But I don't think I've ever seen John use oils while we're in the hospital on himself. He is amazing in the hospital room. For contraction pain, they suggest using frankincense on the back, on the stomach, and inhaled. For high or low blood pressure, this is something I don't deal with, but like I said, we bring it just in case something happens. They suggest Aroma Life to help equal out your blood pressure. There is a labor oil mixture, and I'll have to look in the book and see what exactly it does, but it just promotes labor to keep going. And it consists of helichrysum, fennel, you can't see it because it's yellow, it's awful, peppermint, lang-lang, and Clary sage, and it's got a specific recipe, and then you mix them in we call this V6. It's an enhanced vegetable oil complex oil. It's pretty much just pure vegetable oil. You can do coconut oil, olive oil, almond oil, avocado oil, any kind of oil, natural oil that will absorb into the skin you can use, but we use that because it's from Young Living. And you put it in a bottle itself and mix these with it and put it on. It says ankles, lower stomach, and lower back. For the afterbirth blend, it helps expel the placenta and tone the uterus. That consists of geranium and jasmine, and again, you take a specific amount of drops of those and mix them with your V6. It says Diffuse Peppermint for nausea, and I already showed you the peppermint. For perineum elasticity, so like to avoid tearing or an episiotomy, you use myrrh, and you dilute it according to the bottle, and if you're doing perineal massage or whatever, you use it on your perineum. I have never torn or never needed an episiotomy, so that's good. I thought I heard someone coming in my front door. Where was I? Clary sage. To speed up labor, sorry, you can use Clary sage, and that probably, I don't have where you put it, but I'm sure you put it on your ankles, lower stomach, and lower back. Those are the points. And it says with or without peppermint. I don't like to use a lot of peppermint because peppermint is considered a hot oil. Depending on your skin sensitivities, it can burn or feel super, super cold, and that's just not something I want to feel while I'm in labor. So I don't think I've ever done it, but it's on there just in case. For perineum discomfort afterward, it says to use the geranium. It says abdominal cramping afterward, you use the Clary sage. Stretch mark healing, you can use myrrh, lavender, helichrysum that I showed you earlier is a good one to use for skin and stretch marks. And you either use just one or you mix them together in your V6 and apply them. Oh, it also says gentle baby. Gentle baby. So that's cool. And that's all that I use during labor and delivery, and after, I'm sure I use a couple more, but I can't think of it. I do know you can use Dragon Time for your after cramps. For your, you cramp afterward. You can use that for your cramping. It tones the uterus and such. Okay, on baby. we put Trauma Life up the spine. Okay, and I'm gonna make a part 2, and I'm gonna read you or tell you what I printed out, because you're like, well, why do you put Trauma Life up the spine? And actually, I have no idea. So in part 2, we'll find out together, okay? But Trauma Life up the spine on the baby. On the crown of the head, use frankincense. On the around the umbilical cord as it heals, you want to do myrrh and frankincense. Frankincense is an oil that you pretty much just use for anything, and it'll help whatever you need. It'll help, that system. And then if your baby has colic, which thank the Lord mine never have, you can use Roman chamomile, which is this little one. And it says Roman chamomile compress on belly with 1 drop of oil in a bowl of warm water. So you put warm water in a drop and then dip a cloth in it and then lay it on your baby's tummy. When my babies are fussy from tummy problems, we actually massage their tummy with orange oil, and I don't have it. I need to put it in my bag. Wait. Nope, that's not it. I don't know. But yeah. We actually use a drop of orange oil on their tummy, and you run it around clockwise. So, rubbing the oils around clockwise activates them, I guess. It just works with the natural... Oh, I just lost the word. I'll remember it. But yeah. And then I have an anxiety blend, which is lavender, orange, which I don't have in my bag for some reason, marjoram, and sorry, I'm turning around. I forgot to set these out. Cedar wood. And those are not in that line, so I apologize. And the Roman chamomile. And what you do with those is you mix them together according to this little recipe and put them in a bottle with the V6 and then use them on your ankles and behind your neck and on your temples and behind your ears and on your wrists or wherever you usually apply your oils. Mine usually go on my wrists and behind my ears. I have 1 or 2 that go on my temples, but that's about it. So, thank you. This is part 1. I'm going to cut it off now so I can get it edited and put up. And then part 2, we'll go through and find out what all those oils do, because I can't do it all in one video. But, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Thumbs up, subscribe for part 2 so you know when part 2 comes. And I will talk to you all in part 2. Bye, guys.